sports, huh? We got to talk a little bit about soccer, though.
Oh, we'll do whatever you want to, Kenny. It's all you, baby. It's all you. Yeah. I love it when you're here, bro.
Hey.
1, 2, 3. It's Tales from a Gemini's BT. And man, when we are together, we make magic. I got the man, the myth, the legend, the Navy SEAL himself, my training buddy.
My man,
Mr. Kenny Bigbee.
Hey, man, I was looking back on previous episodes, man, and encounters with you, man. I had some ashy-ass hands. We had to get that shit right, bro.
That's on you. That's on you, bro.
You know why?
Why?
You know, obviously being a black Navy SEAL, black man, I'm coming out the water. We ain't supposed to be in the water, man. And you get ashy. That's really why they think we can't swim. We can swim, bro. We just scared of getting ashy.
Hey.
Because black people will not let you forget when you was ashy. You know what was ashy? The back part of my heel. Boy, you done fucked up when the back part of your heel ashy. They gonna talk, boy.
Well, you lighter skinned than me. Look at me. I look like I've been fixing cars.
You can't.
I do, man. My hands are all, all dry and crackly.
Stop, bro.
Hey, man, that transmission cost about $700.
Them tails from the crib hands, right, bro. I've been good, bro. You say you've been enjoying some soccer on TV, though.
Watch World Cup, man. Right before we came on, talking about the USA soccer, and we talked about Pulisic. He didn't know his name, and he goes, "Man, oh, homie look like a little bitch." He got a knee in the stomach.
He scored that goal though. He sacrificed.
He scored the goal,
bro. He looked like he died on a military crusade. He slid in, got bam. I saw he got kneed in the nuts. He didn't even get hit in the nuts. He got hit in the abdominals, man. Then I saw another soccer player. I guess a cleat scraped the back of his Achilles. This motherfucker screamed. He was screaming like he got hit by a gunshot. He said, ah! 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 He was pulling his hair. I said, man, his Achilles must have snapped. About 15 seconds later, man, he realized they weren't gonna give him the foul. The nigga popped up. I said, man, these motherfuckers, I looked at my homeboy, I said, man, these motherfuckers can't do no combat sports, bro. Getting kneed and fucked up is normal, cuz you fish flopping and yelling and screaming, bro. Come on, man. Nah, but it was entertaining though, bro. That dude was really yelling like he got shot. He's like, hi, hi, hi. You know how little kids, when they get hurt, they look at you. Yeah. They said, please, they look at you. They look at you first. They go, yeah. And if you're not good, that's why when I'm teaching martial arts class, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Little kids say, bow. He look at me. I'm like, you good? I was like, you can cry, bro, but you're gonna keep working on. Keep grinding. Because they look at you, and if you like, and then I had another person, oh, look. He said, hey, nah. I say, hey, bro, look at me. Nah, nigga. Get up. He said, hey. Okay. That soccer player, he said, he looked at the ref, ref and them like, he said, I said, come on, man, they try. Is that how the game goes, man? Tell me about the game, bro.
Man, you know what? Honestly, true story. Like, I go into the gym.
Yeah.
I go to the racquetball court.
Yeah.
And I kick the ball around. I kicked the ball around so much by myself on the racquetball court.
Yeah.
This Nigerian dude came in. He goes, how long you been playing? After we played, and I go, I never played before. He goes, no. Seriously. I mean, he was like, you never played the game? I go, no, I just kick it. And he goes, you are good, my friend.
Man.
And then this Mexican dude came in. We kicked the ball around.
Yeah.
He said the same thing. So, man, I mean, but that's inside there, though. I mean, you give me a full court, and then I think that, full pitch, you go, ooh. But, I mean, in there, I ain't gonna lie.
You a beast,
I'm
bro.
all right. I mean, I'm okay. For somebody who never played, I'm okay. But then again, though, I never played an organized sport. Never been, on the full pitch and be having to chase somebody down and get,
Hey, man, they run. How long are I was looking at the times. How long are the quarters or the halves?
45 minutes, and then you have extended time. Extra time.
Them dudes be sprinting for 45 minutes. They be dead ass sprinting.
They run at least 3 miles. Yeah.
Sprinting though.
At least.
They're not jogging.
I mean, people talk shit about them, but man, when you watch it was Croatia. No, it was I think it was Croatia and Belgium. And they were on the ground and they were just when the dude from Belgium, the big black dude from Belgium, he was crying because he didn't score. He had all that opportunities in the world. That's when you realize, man, how tough that sport is.
Hey, bro, that sport was actually, I was like, oh, this is exciting.
Yeah, man.
When they score that goal, bro, I mean, I was yelling, let me calm down, bro. I'm supposed to be cool in this motherfucker. You know, but it was exciting when they actually do score, bro.
I love the sport, and it's once every 4 years. It's like the Olympics of soccer in a way. Once every 4 years. How can you not get behind your country once every 4 years? So the whole world comes, they party, they celebrate, and it almost goes into what we're talking about, and that's in performing when you're not at your best. And we talk about that, and I think me and you both have done sports, and I'm sure we've never been. I mean, there had those times where you're like, shit, I don't know if I can get through this. Boy. And you do. Boy. And it was funny because we talked about this yesterday.
Yeah.
I said, we're going to talk about it. And I said, okay. And then I happened to get sick and I wasn't feeling well, but I went to the gym anyway. Yeah. And I knew how to make myself better. I went to the gym anyway. I did the cycling and then I did a little ab work and then I went and did the sauna. And I was like trying to find that mental. So how is it that you can perform your best when you're not feeling your best?
So yeah, you gotta, especially when you're doing a job like being in the special forces or an elite athlete or even just an everyday person. So you got kids at home, you're not feeling good. You got stuff on the line, or you got a business, you got to execute. There's nobody for your spot. What I like to say, you got to have your best performance on your worst day.
Yes.
So they have those new commercials out called Mayhem Miller. You know those new
Yes. Yeah. I love Mayhem. Yes.
Wrecking your cars and stuff. And a long time ago, we had something way before Mayhem. We had something called Murphy. Okay, so it's called Murphy's Law. Anything can and will go wrong at the worst possible time.
Right.
Anything. Well, that preceded Mayhem. Yeah. They recreated the military's Murphy, dog.
Yeah.
So anything can and will go wrong at the worst possible time, and that's how life goes, right?
Right.
So that being said, you have to have peak performance on your very worst day. So that's what I call peak performance under pressure. And I'll give you about five ways that we can cover. There's more, but maybe we'll cover 4 or 5 methodologies or mindsets that can give you immediate results, like as in right now, not 2 minutes from now. That'll let you have peak performance, have your best performance on the worst day.
Okay. Yeah, please tell me. Because, I mean, I think this really resonates for your everyday people. Because it's not just sports. I mean, I look at it in realms of sports. I was looking at, like, we talked about this. Yeah. Jordan Burroughs had a broken ankle and won a world championship on a broken ankle. Had Spencer Lee, he had both his ACLs were gone. And he won the NCAA title in wrestling.
Wow.
It was ACL gone. You know, he could have easily packed it in, but he didn't. So yeah, man, and we talking Michael Jordan flu game. That's nothing compared to those guys. But how do you get your peak performance at your lowest time like that?
One thing that you can immediately do, which we may have talked about before, but we'll talk about it a little bit more in depth, is breathing. Breathing is the primary thing that can change your neurophysiology, your perspective. It can literally change your biochemistry, so you're not in the same state as you were before. So what you have to do is immediately change your state of mind and your state of body. The circumstance has not changed, but you can change you. So what is a state? If we talk about a state, if you're at a funeral, you're in a sad state.
Right.
If you're at a birthday party, you're in a happy state. But what is a state, right? It's not just emotions. Those emotions are fueled by hormones and neurohormones. It's essentially a hormone flood in your body. That's what state of mind you're in. So the psychological state of mind you're in is cueing your neurophysiology to release certain hormones, dopamine, serotonin, which we talked about in previous episodes. So when you have those hormones, then you get into a certain state. You might release adrenaline, right? So now you hiking in the motherfucker, you ready to go, right?
Right.
Like motherfucker hears some drums, boom, you hit another state immediately, right? So that being said, in order to have peak performance under pressure, you have to be immediately able to control and redirect your state. And breathing, immediately, you have 2 sides to the nervous system. People think there's just one side. So you have a left and right hemisphere to the brain.
Okay.
You have 2 sides to the nervous system. People think maybe there's just one. You have sympathetic and parasympathetic.
Okay.
So the sympathetic side is to handle stress, and the parasympathetic side is to handle rest and recovery.
Okay.
Now, when you start breathing, it's called combat breathing, recovery breaths. You know the colloquialisms. If you get upset, do what?
Take a deep breath.
Yeah. Count to 10, take a deep breath. Kung fu movies, you get hit in the stomach. You do that low breath, you know what I'm saying? You see a real fine chick, you're like, whoo, let me calm down because I might jump over there and grab on something. I shouldn't be doing that. You feel me? Right? And let me quit looking, oh, my bad. Yeah. Let me take a breath and just look into her eyes. You feel me? So we gotta take that breath to reset the nervous system. So on the parasympathetic side, you're gonna have epinephrine and neuroepinephrine. That's adrenaline.
Okay.
And that's adrenaline in your bloodstream and the neurohormone. So it's released on those two levels. Now that's really good, but there's only so long that you could stay at that peak state of emergency. The body's meant to do that in bursts. And you're reacting when you're in that state. Whenever you're reacting, say we're relating that to a sport like we talked about.
Yeah.
Whenever you're reacting, you're on defense. Whenever you're reacting, you're being controlled. So as soon as you breathe, a couple of things that it does. In the mind, what it does is your mind, as soon as you get stressed and go into the sympathetic side of the nervous system, shuts down the frontal cerebral lobe, the thinking part of the mind. That's really smart, but it's too slow to deal with immediate emergencies. Okay. So if somebody's shooting guns at you, BT, and we're in the car, we riding like this, right? We're in the hood and a drive-by happens, somebody drives by, I'm not gonna be like, well, it looks like the bullets are traveling at approximately this speed, and I think that might facilitate in our deaths, and then people will be reading our eulogy. Therefore, I believe that you might need to lower your head in a very expedited fashion. I'm not gonna say that. I'm like, get down, motherfucker. You feel me? You follow what I'm saying? So the brain is doing that too. It's like, bro, I ain't got time to be thinking about all this shit. Yeah. I just need to say some fast, short shit that gets the job done. Now, as a matter of fact, here's something real interesting, and we'll get back to changing the state of mind. Primates, when they had different short bursts of words for like an animal on the ground, like a snake or a snake, and an animal on a tree that's a threat, an animal on the ground that's a threat. And there's different neural circuits that those words were cued into your primal brain. Okay. Right? So if there was an animal on the ground, they had one short burst word. And if there was an animal in a tree, you had another short burst. So we have a similar neuropathology, and that's where cuss words come from. Really? So that's why when you see a motherfucker with a gun, you're like, fuck, get down. That fuck is that short neural circuit cuss word. And that's why you cuss with real short bursts. So when you get under pressure, you speak in real short bursts. You don't talk real long and drawn out because that won't work in the heat of battle for survivability. So what I'm saying is that's why your brain shuts down the frontal cerebral lobe. So instead of saying all that complicated jargon, right, it goes, fuck, get down. You follow me? Yeah. Oh, shit, get down, right? Yeah. So what that does is, the problem is, though, that's a reaction. Okay. So now if you're in sports, you're on defense because you're reacting to, they're controlling you. Right. So in life, you're being controlled. But as soon as you breathe, that starts to move you from the sympathetic emergency response back into the parasympathetic, and it starts to wake up the frontal cerebral lobe. Now, what that does is allow you to respond instead of react. So the difference between reacting and responding, reacting means the thing is happening to you, and then you're just having a knee-jerk action. Yeah. Response is, the mind is a predictability machine, and it's looking into the future and saying, what can I do to take control of the scenario and redirect it to my end game? So as soon as you start breathing deeply like that, you come out of the primal brain, the amygdala, and then it starts to wake up the frontal cerebral lobe, and you go from being controlled or being on defense to being in control and getting on offense in life. That's one way you can immediately start to change to have peak performance under pressure so that you get in control and on offense in life. Okay, so let's just say like you have to, let's say for instance for me, say I'm feeling like just purity shit, and I gotta perform. Oh my God, I feel terrible. Yeah. And I had this before where you're feeling bad, and as soon as you get on stage, it all goes away. Yep. And why is that? Yep, it was a change in your state, and that's what we're talking about. Okay. So, and then just like we talked about, you may have been breathing different. There's things you do subconsciously, and they've shown that, for instance, people that are smokers, right? Mm-hmm. Well, one reason they like smoking is because what are they doing? And that's immediately changing the neural hormones and the hormones in your bloodstream and in your neurology. And now immediately you feel different. Now immediately your perspective is different. Now immediately you're responding different to the circumstance. Your circumstance wasn't different before you went on stage, but you put yourself in a different state, either consciously or subconsciously. And one of those that you can do is through breathing. So that's one way that you can do that.
I've had situations to where I guess it's not performance where something happened so quick. It was such a stimuli that I didn't chance to get a cuss word out. It was like, I mean, it really was a, you know. So what happens there? And the response, because what happened was I was driving. It was at night, and there was a deer that came out in front of me, and I didn't even get a shit out. I was just like, and that's it. And I was like, I couldn't even get a shit out. I was like, and that's it.
Yep, that's the fight or flight response. So your body went into the sympathetic nervous system, and we were not apex predators. So when you were an apex predator, man, I'm gonna attack that motherfucker. Bitch, get out of my way, right? Yeah. But when you're not apex predator and T-Rex say, hey, motherfucker, you like, if I freeze, he won't notice me. And so that's you see a rabbit. Yeah. The motherfucker, as soon as it sees you, it goes like this first. The nose still be twitching, they be trying. Little nose still be twitching, but he be trying to be still, right? And if you take another step, he'll run. So because we weren't apex predators, we freeze first.
Okay.
And as fighters, as good as you are, you still have that response. It's just mitigated. It's just very small. So you see a threat, you pause, and we call that in the tactical world the reactionary time gap, right? So you're processing what that is. You got to take a second to process that. But that reactionary time gap, you get better at processing that. So you still have a freeze response of prey, and then you start to take action. So we're trying to lessen that. And that's why you froze like that, just like, oh shit, but you didn't say it, you just froze.
It happened so quick. It was just, I mean, nothing came out. And I was like, I didn't even say shit. It happened so quick, I didn't get a chance to say shit.
Yeah. It doesn't matter who you are, you're the baddest motherfucker on the planet, you have a slight freeze response and then you take action. Because we weren't apex predators, we freeze so that we're unnoticed. So it's like they say, so motion is the first thing your eye detects. So now we're starting to go down the rabbit hole of the tactical and the physiology of the tactical side. Right. So motion is the first thing it detects, the eye, in order of operation. So if I freeze, the eye tends not to pick you up. Oh. So in a survivability sense, the reason why you froze, you're like, danger, freeze. That's why your body did that. And then you're like, shit, turn the wheel. It wakes back up in that order. We're trying to mitigate that fight or flight response and get to action. That's what I'm saying. You are reacting as prey in that moment. And it makes you shitty because you're like, fuck, I reacted like prey subconsciously. You're like, I got to get to action. So you start to mitigate that, breathing, different things, take you from being the prey into being the predator, where you're on offense and you're taking control of your life.
So I should start what? Deep breathing? I mean, it's like if something happens, if I'm not feeling my best, like I said, I had a cold, whatever, not feeling my best, how do I get to that state where I can perform?
All right, so we did breathing, and there's different types of breathing. So maybe I want to be calm because so say I have a fighter that goes out, right? And this fighter, he's just too hype. Oh shit, coach, you ready? You ready? Hey man, breathe, right? Then I got one guy, he's just like this. He sound like Droopy. He over there. I said, you ready? You know what, coach? I think I'm good. Hey, bro, you got to breathe like it. But he need to turn his system up. So the faster breathing, the hyperventilation breath tells your body, it cues your body, which segues into our next peak performance tool. It cues the body, which cues the mind. Hey, we're about to turn up. So, or you might move your body like this. So that's when you move your body directs the mind and the mind directs the body. That's the vagal nerve and the vagal reaction. So the second peak performance tool under pressure is how you move your physiology. Because your mind might be down. You might not be able to talk yourself into a good day, right?
Really?
So you might be like, all right, homie, come on. It ain't working.
Yesterday. Yeah, like yesterday. It's one of them days you go, you know what? It's just I'm going to ride this day out.
So then what'd you say you did after that, though? What'd you do when you said you were feeling down and you went and did what?
Well, yesterday, you mean when I went to the gym?
There you go. So you physically went and did something.
Yeah, physically, yeah. I got to move.
Now check this out. So what happens is you have the vagal nerve and the vagal reaction, or the vagus nerve and the vagus reaction. Yeah. So that's a nerve that runs from the base of your brain to the bottom of your thorax. And what it does is syncopates, it syncs the mind and the body. Okay. So they have a Korean word. When you train taekwondo or something, it's called shimshin suryeon, training of the mind, body, and soul. It's long been known that those two are linked, but this is not on a mystical level. This is on a scientific level that with words that brothers shouldn't be using. Shit's illegal for me to be saying right now. So I didn't say this shit, right? Brothers can't be using these words. I go to the hood, they be like, you did not say that. right? You're not representing correctly, right? So the vagal nerve and vagal reaction syncopates that. So my brain is like, we ain't performing today, homie, no matter what. So then you start to move your body. You change your breathing. And then the vagal nerve and vagal reaction is a two-way street. So I started moving my body with power and with energy, and guess what the mind does? It goes, well, shit, nigga, we powerful, and we full of energy, and we got power, we courageous. It just starts to follow. It can't help it. It can work in a bad way too. So if you keep acting down and just when you wake up in the morning, first thing you do, if you sag your shoulders, okay, you're gonna start to preempt a bad day.
Yes.
But if you get up, start to breathe and move, so that's the power of martial arts, or like a yoga, right?
Yes.
That's exactly what it's doing. So in martial arts, you start your form. What's that? The ready stance. It's taking your body and telling your brain, hey, we ready.
Yeah.
Right? And then boom, you have a fighting stance, yoga. You start to move big and powerful and open. That's telling your mind, hey, we're open, we're powerful, we're strong, we're ready, whether you're ready or not. So what martial arts is really teaching you is how to change states at a drop of a dime. Because I could be the baddest motherfucker in the world, but if I'm feeling like a bitch that day, I'm going to get my ass whooped.
But now what if, though, and I've seen it before, some people just they approach a fight. I mean, if we're going to talk athletic-wise, approach a fight different. Some people, that's their way. That's the operandi modi is just kind of like, okay, I'm chill.
That's how I am.
Yeah, I mean, they're just chill. So do you mess with their state if that works for them, or do you go, hey man, we had to turn up? You go, hey man, this is how I am.
So I was backstage one time, and what it depends on, these are tools. These are not end games. These are concepts and tools for your end game.
Yeah,
I'm already hype man,
right?
Cocaine's a hell of a drug. You feel me? I'm already cracked out, homie. So I need to level down.
Yes, you do.
And then, right. No,
yes, you do.
You can't say shit.
No, man, no. He called me. No, you called me on that Saturday to talk about doing the. I go, yeah, man, I'm in. And he tried to sell me this, Wyatt, for 2 hours. I swear, he goes, hey man, I'm on my way to do this little thing in West Virginia. I say, hey, no problem, man. I'm with you, Kenny. I'm with you. And he proceeds to sell me on it for 2 straight hours, to the point I was like, hey man, I'm hungry, bro. I gotta go eat.
My stomach touching my back, dog. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, that's what it is. So yeah. So I mean, I realize that it's breathing, but like I said, if that's how you get up, you're getting up is a calm state. It's like, okay, I gotta fight or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is how I get up. And I mean, everybody's different, man. Some people, I mean, me, I'm more like I gotta do this.
Right.
And my thing is, I've always, and the last tournament, last fight I had, I had hyperventilating, anxiety. So I was like, short breathing.
That's what I'm saying. So you got to find what works for you.
Right.
So, but what it comes down to, again, peak performance under pressure, having your best performance on the worst day is about controlling your state. It's really about controlling not your emotions. One step further down the rabbit hole is your hormones, your hormonal state. So what you might be feeling low and you need to elevate. The other person might already be cracked out.
Right.
They're over the top. They're gonna blow their load. So now he needs to level down. So it's about tools that let you control your hormonal state, your emotional state, that's your physiological state.
Well, can you tell the difference between emotions and hormones?
They're the same thing. But people just say emotion. Really, emotion is hormone.
Okay,
you follow what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was just making sure. Because I mean, it's like if I'm going, is it my emotions or hormones? I would get confused.
Thing.
Okay,
you follow what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Everybody says control your state. Like I'm in a sad state. Well, that's a flood of biochemical hormones, and you have to be able to control those hormones. You feel me?
We talk about that in acting class, where instead of state, we call it stasis.
There you go.
You change your stasis, and something scene happens, and a word here, you have to change your stasis.
There you go. So now let's go to the third one, since we're talking about acting. So method acting. So you tell me, you're the pro of that. Method acting versus different forms of acting. What's different about method acting?
Well, method, they like to put themselves in it. Like people like Daniel Day-Lewis, they say, I mean, he actually took up boxing when he played the boxer. He took up boxing. Yeah. He got his nose broke, I think. I mean, but yeah, he trained like a boxer. Yeah, he trained like a boxer. I mean, he really did it. Yeah. He takes the hits, and all his movies he was like that. I think there was one, I think he actually slept in a jail cell, and then there was one, I think There Will Be Blood. I think he actually slept in that town. Yeah. In that little whatever. So he likes to get into it. Like method, they say they really get into it. And sometimes they have to go clear their head off and go to a mental institution. I mean, honestly, some people get so into it that's what happens.
That
to
might
them.
have been what happened to the dude that played the Joker on Batman.
There's a lot of different things that people say about that, but I remember the dude that he's a martial artist. He's an actor. He played in Black Dynamite. That actor.
Oh yeah.
Michael
Jai White.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's a real deal.
Yeah.
He was saying how people were saying. He goes, no man. He goes, you know what? But between takes, he was joking around. He was fine.
Was cool. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So I mean, there's a lot to be said about that. I mean, I don't know the real thing, but he's one of the few people. The only one I've seen that said, no man, he was cool. He goes. Hey, he was joking around between takes. We talked. He was good. Everybody else said, man, at Roll killed him. He goes, man, I don't know. So I'm like, I don't know.
Well, so for instance, I have some friends that were on the set with Denzel.
Yeah.
He does not come off out of character when he's off the camera.
Really?
He stays in character. So when he was on training day, he'd be like, yo, Denzel. He'd be like, who you talking to? You know what I'm saying? Denzel ain't got shit on me. You feel me?
Yeah.
He stayed in that. So method acting, you become the person in the way you move and also the way that you think inside. So I call that's inner dialogue.
Yes.
So however you control, you don't imitate the person, you move how the person moves. You speak inside your head how the person speaks.
Yes.
So when you do that, some actors can change their state so strongly they are not the same person. But you have that capacity too. So method acting is doing what I'm talking about. Move differently, and next, control your inner dialogue differently, right? So when you control your inner dialogue, and the key way to control your inner dialogue is controlling the questions that you ask. So,
ask yourself.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say self-talk has to be part of it. That's what I was looking at last night. Because they talked about, obviously there was teams, but it was like a lot of that had to do with self-talk.
Yeah.
And going, okay, you know, I'm good. This one guy named Mark Hall who won an NCAA championship. He would just say, you know, hey, I am good. I deserve to be here. Jesus loves me. And he just kept saying it over and over and over. And it stayed in his head.
So those are affirmations. If you're going to do affirmations, affirmation style, then they need to be present, positive, and personal. What's that mean? Present, I am, not I will be.
Yes.
I am now. Because your brain has to believe that this is the now, right?
Yeah, right.
I am present, positive. You can't say, I don't want to be a bitch. You got to say, I'm a gangster. You can't. You feel me? Your brain like, I don't want to be a bitch. Is there a bitch in me? It starts going down the wrong way. You feel me?
How do you? That's a perfect example of what I do sometimes. I mean, I don't say that.
Yeah.
But it's a perfect example.
I hope not.
Yeah, I know. but it's like I sometimes I can't steal my mind. Like sometimes it's like it wanders and it goes down this rabbit hole, and I can't stop it sometimes.
Yep. So, and that's the reason why sometimes you have to use your body, and then that's in the practice of meditation. The mind always wanders. Everybody's mind wanders. You know what I'm saying? Like we talking right now, and they're like, dang, homie. Oh yeah, we on this podcast, right? You see? So the mind, it wanders. Now, if you berate yourself, it doesn't take effect. So in the practice of meditation, we just say, just bring it back to the current moment. So all you do is bring it back. You don't berate yourself. Hey man, it wandered over here. Let's get back on track. So another peak performance tool under pressure, which I wasn't even going to talk about this, is spend most of the time on the solution. And only maybe 90% of the time on the solution, only 10% of the time acknowledging the problem. So you have to acknowledge the problem. Okay. Some people don't want to acknowledge the problem. That will not give you peak performance. You'll still be doing the wrong thing because you're not attacking the problem. Okay. But we don't want to spend the time on the problem. We want to spend the time on the solution. So when the mind wanders, we don't focus on, damn, why my mind keep wondering, damn, we don't, and we also don't keep wondering. We just go, let's get back on track. So you simply redirect. It'll wander again. That's the natural human state. It'll get back on track. The better you're able to do that, right, which will also lead us into our next objective, or the next way to have peak performance under pressure, the quicker and more concentration you have to get back on track, because it'll wander, the more peak performance under pressure you'll have. So control your inner dialogue. So if you do affirmations, positive, present, I am a gangster, right? And positive, present, and personal. You can't say, well, Johnny said, I'll be a gangster. You got to say, I am, right? I am a gangster. So if you're going to do affirmations, and those are cool, what's more impactful with inner dialogue is your questions. So say, let's put our hands up like this and put your finger up in front of your hand. And Now, notice the lines on your fingers. What do you notice about the lines on your fingers? Like mine is a little bit ashy still. So it's got out that pool. You feel me? Right. Okay, now notice the lines on your hands, right?
Yeah.
You notice the line. So what I did, now what do you notice that's different about the lines on your hands? You see anything? So put the finger in front of your, and keep that finger in front of your field of view. What do you notice about the lines on your hands? Are they curved? Do they go straight?
They're all vertical.
They're vertical.
Oh, horizontal,
right? So now, notice subconsciously when you did that, when I asked you questions about the finger came into focus and the palm went blurry. Notice when I asked you about the palm, the finger went blurry and the palm came in. So whatever questions you ask, your reality didn't change.
Right.
This didn't change.
Yeah.
But your focus of the reality changed based on the questions you asked. So, inner dialogue. Affirmations are cool. Talk present, positive, and personal. Next thing, control your questions. Why is this happening to me? Why does this always happen? Say, why am I always losing? Say, how can I win? It's the same scenario. What came into focus, losing or winning? You follow that? So now your inner dialogue in the methodology acting, I am this person.
Yeah.
I am this gangster on training day. And how can I be a bigger, badder gangster?
Yeah.
So control your present, positive, and personal speaking, and then control your questions, because that pulls into focus what you want out of the reality more than anything else. It's all there, good and bad, but it depends on how you ask the question.
And how do you get to, how do you ask good questions?
You want to ask questions that propel you to your end game and empower you to your end game. That's the criteria. So if you want to discover more about the hands, you don't ask questions about the motherfucking finger. You feel me? Yeah. If you want to know about the finger, you don't ask questions about the hand.
Yeah.
So you ask questions. The criteria is it progressing me and empowering me to my end game? So it's a tool.
How can you get that? I mean, sometimes, it's easy here, but when you're in real life, I mean, you're out and about, you're at home, or like, man, I don't feel good, but I got to do this, whatever.
Yeah.
How do you get to that space? And how do you know to make yourself aware enough to go, hey, I need to ask good questions and I need to get to this point here? Like, how do you do that? Because like I said, it's easy here to talk about. It's so easy. But in real life, when you're like, I don't know, in line and you're losing your shit because somebody won't order quick enough, or you got to get this done and you ain't really feeling the best. You're tired. Your energy's gone. I mean, you're hangry. And which is a real deal. So how do you stay present enough to know that and answer and ask good questions?
Two things. I would kind of on a very broad stroke with a quick, simple answer. Two things. One is you got practice. So just like like comedy, right?
Yeah.
There's a rough outline. You gotta know that so Dave Chappelle, those guys, they go to sets and practice before they go to the big stage. You don't just get up there and do a great show. They say Chappelle does sometimes, so he can just walk in and do it though. But 99% of them, what they gotta do, they gotta go to small sets, and Dave shows up on small sets and lets them rip. And then before he gets on the big stage. So you don't win the fight. You were a wrestler. You don't win the fight at the tournament. You won the fight in the gym.
In practice.
So you got practice. How do you practice? You wake up, as soon as you wake up in the morning, you set the precedence for your day.
Okay.
You get as many senses involved as you can. You write down. You ask the questions. I want my day to, I want to accomplish what? How do I accomplish X, Y, and Z? I am going to accomplish X, Y, and Z. You write those things down. You practice that. Then when you have small stressors, you practice it in an environment that you can control. So you have a small stressor where you can, it's not too big of you practice that mindfulness, right?
Okay.
So you practice it. And that would be the most major one. The second broad stroke thing to ask in that moment is this helping me get what I want? So I'm hangry and I'm not thinking straight.
Right.
Am I getting what I want? Right? So I ask them, I'm like, all right, does that help? Are we moving towards what you want? No. Okay. So you want to keep doing that or not? You ask yourself that.
Yeah.
So okay, well, I'm being down and depressed. Okay. Here's a really good question. Is this helping me get what I want? Is this helping me get? And a lot of times, training by definition is a change of behavior. And obviously, we would hope to have a change in behavior in a positive direction.
Right.
So I want to change my behavior. So when you ask that question, a lot of times The way that you can train people to become better is just to enlighten them. So when your brain becomes enlightened and says, this is not helping me get what I want, guess what your brain does? It starts to shift gears and starts to ask different questions. Well, how do I get what I want? So is this helping? I'm upset, I'm down, I'm pouty. Is that helping me get what I want? It's not. Well, shit. Well, and your brain goes, well, what would help me get what I want? It starts that cycle.
So it changes stasis.
There you go. Both psychologically,
right,
physiologically, and neurophysiologically. So now that's the vagal nerve vagal reaction in the inverse format. So now I asked a different question. Boom, that's going to change my physiological state. Because sometimes you can't get your body going.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I mean, honestly, when you can't get it going, like sometimes you just got to go, you know what, today wins or whatever, or I'm just going to ride it out. It ain't really my day.
Yeah.
And we'll start tomorrow.
So that's like you said, you went to get on stage. Now, what is it when you get on stage and you're just able to perform? You probably subconsciously have a ritual of these things that I'm talking about, and you don't even know it.
No, I probably don't. Because I've been doing it for so long. I know I've gone on stage plenty of times. I physically felt like shit, and I go, all right, or you don't know how you do it, and you just do.
So you have a pregame ritual. All great players do. Watch the baseball players. They circle the bat a certain way. They tap it. They're getting into a state. So what they've done, they've created a neuroassociation. They go, when I do this process, when I breathe like this, when I tap this bat like this, when I dribble 3 times, if you watch Jordans and them guys talk to themselves, they'll dribble. When I dribble, that puts my body, hey, we're about to do this. We're about to perform at peak performance. I don't care what you feel like.
Yeah.
What happened a second ago, when I dribble 3 times and bend my knees like at this line, roll the ball back, and then take a breath. Have you seen people do that at the line playing basketball?
Oh
They
my
go
God.
bang, bang,
That's
bang.
free throws.
And then they breathe. So they have a physiological ritual, which is the vagal nerve vagal reaction, which says, hey, we're about to have peak performance right now. Then they take a breath, and also notice what they do. They talk to themselves. They'll be like, yeah. You'll see them talking.
Yes.
They'll move their body a certain way. They'll take a breath, and then they shoot that ball. So you see, you probably have a ritual that lets you, and you're doing that on a multi-tiered level. So the other thing we want to do is stack these tools, right? So I also want to focus, we talked about another one, focus 90% on the solution.
Yes. Okay.
So acknowledge the problem, and now ask yourself, instead of, why is this problem here, ask, how can I create the solution? How can I so I acknowledge it. What is the problem? There it is. And now the next thing to control your inner dialogue is how can I get to the solution? And you just put 90% of your energy there.
Give an example, like for you, maybe that's happened to you, where you felt like you had to do that.
I'll create one because it's hard to look back. But say I'm losing a fight. Like, why does this motherfucker beat my ass?
Yeah.
Right? This motherfucker, bam, bam, he keeps hitting me.
Yeah.
It's like, well, why am I keep getting, okay, I can say, I'm getting hit. What's happening? I'm getting hit. I can ask, why am I getting hit? Or I can say, where's the opening? Where's the opening? Where's the opening? So I tell my students, I said, don't look for the shots he's throwing at you. Look for the opening. So in life, don't look at the shit that's hitting. You got to acknowledge, okay, that hit me. I don't want to keep looking at what's hit me. I want to look for the opening. That's a whole different mindset.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah, I mean.
So that's the solution. You got to find the opening, even though the shots are coming at you.
Yes.
So quit spending time looking at the shot. Acknowledge the shots. He's throwing that jab. Well, how can I counter that jab? You see?
Yeah.
That's normal.
No, I see that. I mean, it's like, and I always hate to apply it to sports because, I mean, I relate to sports so much, and I use sports as a metaphor for life for me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, yes, I mean, when you said that, I just remember wrestling, and this dude was whooping my ass. And I was like, what the fuck is he doing? And and then I figured, okay, this is what, and it's weird, but it's like, okay, this is what he's doing. Now, when I get up from this and stop him from doing this, then that's his ass.
There you
and
go.
That's what happened.
But
but for a while, I was like, what the fuck is he doing?
There you
and
go.
then when I realized that's what he's doing, I was like,
There you go.
So it's beautiful to step out of it. If you have that presence of mind to step out of that stasis and look at, like, this is what's going on. How do I change it? And then, but I love that. But like I said, it's only a sport analogy, but then you apply it to life. And that's where I have the trouble is just regular life. Like, how do I apply it to life? And like I said, like the other day, like, man, it was just one of them days. I was like, God damn, I just felt like just everything was dragging.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm here. You know, I'm at the gym. Okay, I'm here.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I wrote what I wanted to accomplish for the day. Like, okay, I did it, but it didn't feel like it was like but I did it.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Sometimes your body's down, sometimes your mind's down. That's why you got to stack your tools. You see what I'm saying? So you can't just have one tool because that tool will be down today. Or 5 tools may be online. You might be running on E, baby, but you still running. That's the reality. You're not at a dead standstill because you stacked your tools and you layered them. You still have a methodology to overcome the 4 tools that failed, the contingency plan.
Okay, so and that speaking of which, okay, like I accomplished them. Didn't have a wasn't like I did it, but I was feeling draggy. What do you think about people who cheat? I call it cheating, maybe, but maybe not because I mean everybody's body different, but with through medication. I mean, through pills or whatever. Not necessarily illegal, but like sometimes, like for instance, last night, like I said, it was dragging ass. So I stopped in. Normally, I get a energy drink, which is bad, so bad for you. But I said, you know what? I'm gonna go with water. Water, people don't realize if you drink enough water, over time it gives you energy. Over time it does. But if you need a quick fix, it's so easy to get energy drink for a quick fix, and boom, you're in. Yeah. But what I did was I played the long game, and I got a couple big waters, and I went to acting class, and I was good. I was energetic.
Nice.
But but it took a while. It took a while. So if I want that quick fix, I'll get if I'm on my bike, I get a Red Bull, and maybe get 3 or 4 gulps. Boom, I'm good, and I'm good. But that crash from that brings me down. So. Like, what do you think of people who like say, take dopamine and take it in pill form or whatever to get that level instead of doing it naturally, instead of the breathing method and all that other stuff, like which is great by the way. I just looked at it and some people, like I said, I think it's cheating. Sometimes they're like, hey, I'll take the dopamine to give me that extra buzz or this or that. Yeah. Or sometimes I'll be honest, sometimes I'll take a diet pill because it's got that stimulus that I like. And I just love that feeling of high for that brief period of time.
Well, I don't think it's necessarily bad. What I would say is stack them on top of all your natural capacities. So essentially, and again, what you're still changing is your hormones. So as soon as you eat that, then your insulin jumps up and you have a hormonal change. So all you're really trying to do at the end of the day is somehow affect or impact your hormones. So I would say start with all your natural capacities and then progress into healthy solutions. So what do I mean? Try your breathing, try your physiology. But then another thing is your nutrition, right?
Yes.
A drug is something that changes your state. That's what a drug is defined as, right? Well, what is a state? When you eat it, it changes your hormonal impact, your hormonal stasis, right?
Yeah.
So now I change my nutrition. So then I do all those things. I get my nutrition right. And then maybe some people do coffee. That's really going to change your state.
Always.
But I would stack them from the most natural and then go to 8. I would stack them in that order of probability. And then don't do something that you have to become dependent on, because what if it's not there?
Well, I mean, which I think brings us to a perfect point, especially doing what I do. And sometimes entertainers, comedians will like, let's just say, people they feel like they have to have a drink before they go on stage. So people, maybe they feel like they have to do a drug. And one of the worst things for them, I feel that if you do a drug and then go on stage and have a good set, then you feel like you have to need it. Like sometimes I felt like for a while I had to have a Red Bull before I went on stage, and I go, man, no. I mean, I just felt like that would give me that little pump up. Yeah. But that natural being on stage is going to carry me through. But sometimes I would cheat and get Red Bull. Felt like I had to take Red Bulls, and I was like, this is bad for me.
Like I said, is it sustainable for your body? So here's a question on which thing you use to assist you, right?
Right.
Is it sustainable for the health of your body? So say you do drink alcohol. I'm a sailor. I have a swig, right? Okay, cool, right? But if I use that solution every single time to get myself in a certain state, that's going to damage other areas of my body, and it's going to the pros and cons won't outweigh. Yeah. So I want to find solutions that are sustainable for the progression of my body. So it's not necessarily cheating if it's sustainable for the progression of your body and for your health and your longevity. So find those methodologies first, and then find one that you don't have to be totally dependent on. Because food is a drug, right? Then some people abuse the food as a drug.
Yeah, we can see that here. Welcome back. oh my God, there's an abuser. There's an abuser. Yeah.
I never fucking break dance without break dance. But so anyway, one more for today. And the last one is objectivization. Objectivize. So what's that mean? So now I'm going to set a series of logistic goals that have nothing to do with my emotions. So I'm going to take one more step. I'm going to hit mile marker 1. You probably do that when you're biking. I'm going to hit this point. And then when I turn around, I'll do that's objectivizing. What that does when you hit markers that are logistic, that mitigates or minimizes your fears and concerns and maximizes your perspective and orients your perspective and your inner resources. So that's resourcefulness. So when you're able to use your hormones in the way that you want to empower you and propel you to your goal, that's what we call resilience and resourcefulness. That's what that word really comes down to in a human being.
Yeah.
So the situation is bad, but I know how to garnish and consolidate my state of mind, my state of body, and my neurophysiological state, my hormones, to do what I need to do to perform. When you start to, and that's what martial arts is, that's what yoga is, that's what meditation, that's what you're practicing.
Yeah.
Is how to manage that hormonal state in line with your objectives. And if you can set goals that are logistic, so you'll have the fear, right? And then you'll say, okay, well, I'm scared that I might fall down. Okay, well, we can address that concern when I get to this objective, mile 1. I'll take one more step. Well, I'm tired. I'm tired that I'm gonna get exhausted. Okay, I'll address that after one more step. I'm gonna take 10 more steps and then I'll address that. And then when you get to that, I'll take 10 more steps. When I get to this ridge, so when you objectivize, that minimizes your concerns and fears. They're not gone, they minimize. And it maximizes your perception and your orientation.
Okay.
And the internal resources of your hormones towards your goal.
Wow. Is that why? And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I should have went back when you said it, but it's just when the body does something. But I always find, and it sounds so simple, but I found that if you just dance a little bit, a little dance, it gets you in a good mood, and it raises everything up, and you're like, okay, I can do. I mean, I dance.
It's true.
Just a silly ass dance.
So check this out. So everything we're describing is in most religious practices, and what that religious practice is saying is to practice this religiously, which means consistently.
Right. Yeah.
That will change your life. Practice this religiously. What's that mean? Do these things consistently. And you know, especially in black churches, there's pray. They don't do a little dance.
Yeah.
They change the whole, somebody say one thing, say, ah, say, doom, 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 doom. Why is that? But that's changing your state.
Yeah.
So even though you might have a bad day, what do they say? Praise. What are they saying? Dance, move your body. Speak this scripture. Don't matter what's happening, speak a certain way, move a certain way. Make sure you got that organ player.
Yeah.
Just have that motherfucker always with you. Right?
Yeah.
And when you start to do those things, like you said, when you move like that, it changes your state. It don't matter how you feel. You're gonna have a change of state. Here's something that I do with people. Let's do it right here, right now.
Okay.
I need you to hang your shoulders, make your face like this. Okay, I need you to make the most sad, depressed, decrepit look you can have. And then say, I am happy.
I am happy.
Do you feel happy?
No.
All right, I'm gonna have you do something dumb as hell.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna have you point your right finger up in the air. I'm gonna have you pump your left hand and bob up and down in your chair like this and put a smile on your face and say, I am sad.
I am sad.
I need you to be sad.
I'm sad.
I need you to be sad.
I'm a sad motherfucker.
Can you be sad,
I'm
though?
sad. No,
you can't be sad, homie.
That's it.
That's the vagal nerve vagal reaction.
That's beautiful.
So
I mean,
it's syncopating the way that you're moving your body to your emotions and your hormones. You cannot feel sad while you're doing that. And you can't feel happy while you're doing who was the donkey on Winnie the Pooh? Igor. Yeah, that's cool. Bro, you making yourself sad, bro. Quit pouting, homie. You feel me? Do a church dance, bro. Go to a Baptist church real quick. You can't be sad. I know other coaches be confused. Like, what is going on? It must be they be doing the bug squish dance. So yeah, man. And then objectivizing. So then the last thing that maybe we could really hit on. So people ask me, how do you overcome your fears? Because fear is a state.
Yes.
Your fear and your why, and people don't know how to articulate that. We may have talked about this, but you got to find something that you value more than your fears, more than your comforts, and then there's one last level, more than your own survivability, more than your own self-preservation. When you find that, then you have found courage. What I mean by that, right?
Yeah.
So you will still have fear. You will not become less afraid. But this thing is more important than whatever it is that you're scared of. Okay. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This thing is more important than being comfortable at home.
It's like a kid.
Under the warm blanket.
Yeah. I mean, but it's like a kid, like protecting a family member.
There you go. So when you find that thing that you'll still be afraid, but you know what? This is more important than my fears.
Yeah.
Then I add this. This is more important than my comforts. Why? The comfort food, the comfortable environment, the comfortable social environment. Because why? That'll get you to step out of your comfort zone when the threat is not there, because that's how you practice.
Yeah.
So you got to step out of your comfort zone while the threat's not there, so that you can be ready for when the challenge or the threat is there. Well, that's breaching your comfort zone. But the only way you're going to get up is if you find something that you value more than your comforts. And then the last thing, you haven't really lived until you found something that you would give up your own self-preservation for. When you find that, your fears and perspective will be epically smaller than the courage that you find to go after what you value. The fears will not subside. Your courage will grow stronger. Find something that you value more than your fears, more than your comforts, and more than your own self-preservation, and your courage will largely outweigh your fears.
Will you even know it? Will you even notice the fear though?
You will still want to shit your pants and piss on yourself. Just like when you compete. Yep, you will. But this thing will pull you.
Yeah.
You'll be like, you'll be amazed at yourself because you'll still be afraid.
Yeah.
But your whole being, the resilience of your being, your state of mind, and then stack that up on top of these tools we're talking about, you will be afraid, but you will be more courageous than afraid. That's what's important, is the ratio.
Right.
You will never get rid of fear. What's important is that you become more courageous than your fear. So that being said, incrementalization. So racehorses, they start them with a little bitty bump.
Right.
Here's another tool. We just killing the game today, right? So they don't start racehorses on a big ass fucking jump. They start racehorses with a little speed bump. Jumps over the bump. It's like, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know? Then they increase it a little bit. You feel me? Hell yeah. Right? Give me another one, cuz. A little bit higher. Hell yeah. Then they give it one. And motherfucker try to fold his little legs back and the little knees hit the pound and boom, 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 boom. They go, oh shit. That motherfucker's scared to jump now. Now the fear is big. So guess what they do?
What?
They don't send it back to that damn thing where it busts his knees up, bro. They send it back to that little mosquito bite.
Really?
And then jumps over that. So that's how you tackle your fears, is you approach it with one little bitty increment. You make an agreement with yourself to approach the fear or the challenge in the smallest increment that you can tackle and you're willing to tackle. So sometimes you got to negotiate with yourself. Like, well, man, I want to talk to that girl, but bro. So whatever, I'm gonna just walk by her ass and smell her. You feel me? I'm just playing on that one. But
I know.
In real life,
Just
right?
being a creeper, yeah, being a creeper.
And then, yeah, exactly. But in real life, I'm gonna just walk up and say, hey, yo, what's up? Feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So say I'm scared to get on the elevator. So I'll just approach the, so I'm scared of heights, so I'll approach the elevator. Just get, well, I can at least do that, right? Then I'll walk up and then press the button. Right? And then walk up and press the button and the door opens, right? So that happens in martial arts a lot, right? So what happens is people say, oh, I'll never compete. They say they come in there and they just start hitting the bag. Well, man, can I hit some pads now? Yeah, okay. Can I do the technique with the people? And then, man, can I spar a little bit? And then, next thing you know, they did a competition.
Yeah, man. Yes. I know how that goes. Yes.
So you or with yourself or with others you incrementalize it. Just like the boiling frog in the water. You just turn up the heat a little bit. You got to find something that you have an objective, so you objectivize it. Well, that's what I want. Now you break it down to small increments that you're willing to do. The smallest.
Okay.
You follow me?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm willing to at least do X. I can do that much.
Yeah.
Once you do that, what else am I willing to do? There you go back to your questions. You see how you stacking them?
Yes. Now it all makes sense now. Yes, incrementalize.
Incrementalize, ask the right questions. And then guess what? Just like your attention. We talked about that. You fell off.
Yeah.
Well, you don't get in the horse. You better get your ass back up there and jump over that motherfucker. I don't give a fuck about your busted up knee. You feel me?
Yeah.
Your back broken everything. It's just broke back mountain up in this bitch. Keep jumping. Homie. You feel me? That's how black people do it, man. We ain't gonna do it like that today. That's what your daddy and my daddy would have said, right? I hit my head. I was running around the house one day. I said, I ran around the house, hit the corner of the house, said, bow! I hit my head. I said, my dad said, damn, man. I hit my head on the back of the steps, said, wham! I said, hey! He said, you broke my steps. Boy, black families, bro. He said, man, you broke my steps, homie.
Not your head, but you broke my
I
steps.
said, I quit crying. That nigga changed my state. True story, bro.
I believe it, man. God damn. That makes so much sense incrementally.
So when your mind gets off track, what do you do, BT? You don't make it jump over the big, you don't try to do this big manifesto you got in your head again. You just, let's just get back on track. You just make it jump over that little bump. When you fall off, I got floss 3 times a day. Hey, bro, just make an agreement. I'm going to floss 1 tooth. Bro, I'm not playing. If you get in there, you do 1, you'll probably do more. But just make an agreement. I'm willing to do 1 tooth 1 time a day.
Yeah.
That's it, bro. You feel me? Okay,
Yes.
You don't change your nutrition by changing the whole thing at once. You say, okay, I'll just eat a salad with greens. I ain't talking about just the lettuce that's just fiber. I'm talking about greens like kale and spinach.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, nasty, right? I'll do 1 thing, just 1 thing. It's that little hump. And then once you're willing to do that, I'm willing to do 1 thing with 1 meal a day. Then you go, okay, I'll add 2 healthy things, or I'll eat a salad twice a day. You follow me?
Yes, I do.
Okay, well, instead of drinking 10 Cokes a day, I'm willing to do 9.5. You just do it by, and then you fall off. You're going to fall off.
Yes.
You're going to backslide.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
You feel me?
Oh, well, hell yeah.
And then when you do that, okay, let me go back and just knock down that half, just 1 salad. Okay, I didn't eat all my salads every day for a month. Guess what? All right, let me go back to at least just 1 salad. So incrementalize.
God damn, man. That spoke to me. I like that incrementalize. I like that. And in fact, I guess I'm on the right path. I mean, like I said, I got the workout in. You know what I mean? I did.
You did your increment.
I did my increment.
Now here's the thing. And the SEAL team just said the only easy day was yesterday. After you accomplish that increment, you just add a little. You don't rest on your laurels. And it could be the smallest increment. Progress. And you're going to fail.
Yeah.
Fail forward. I failed forward. I tried to do it and I was scared I backed off. But you failed forward, homie. You try to add an increment and you got to talk to yourself. Coach yourself. What am I willing to do?
Yes.
The smallest, you got to ask yourself questions. Quit talking to yourself like you Debo. You feel me? You better do this or else. You not go, your brain, what would you do if somebody talked to you like, man, I ain't doing that. You want to catch this fade on me? Right? But that's how we talk to ourselves. Man, get up out of bed. Get that shit don't work. How would you, if you, hey, BT, come on, boy, you better get that work in. You seen that dude on Instagram? He real swole. And it's like somebody be eating pizza.
or smoking.
Yeah, and he come up.
And he'll knock it out of their hand.
He say, bye, jump kicker. Dude, you better get that work in. You might do his work. Okay, cuz. You might be like, all right. So if you got that character in your mind, here go a funny story. A long time ago, and I'm talking too damn much, right? A long time ago, boy, sailors sometimes they go out and do the damn thing all night. Tequila. I can't mess with no tequila, bro. And I woke up the next morning, man. They made us do PT, bro. I'm doing the PT, and I was doing some pull-ups. You got to hit so many. And I got to that point where your body want to quit.
Yeah.
And here's what came out of my mouth. I paused on the pull-up bar. I said, you ever heard the voice of that little man in your head tell you want to quit? trying to get you to quit. I was like, fuck you, little man. I kept doing pull-ups. I'm still faded, bro. I was still faded. It started, like, what's wrong with this motherfucker, right? So then we started doing push-ups. I got to 100, you know what I'm saying? I think the max for that thing is 130. Right?
Yeah.
I got to 100. I said, man, little man's back. Little man's back, man. He in my head telling me to quit. Fuck you, little man. So then we started doing sit-ups. You know, somebody got to be holding your feet, right?
Right.
I'm gonna hold my feet, counting 1, 2, 3. Little man, go away. Little man, you ain't got shit over here, little man. Little man, get out my head. I ain't gonna quit. What I was doing in my faded state of mind was trying to control my inner dialogue. So I was calling that, I was controlling that bad part of the inner dialogue, little man. You feel me?
Dude,
Fuck you, little man.
I do that all the time too. Like when it gets tough on the bicycle.
Yeah.
When like I said, one time a couple times I got lost or whatever, and I just talked to myself. I go, okay, come on, you can do it. Like today, I go, come on, T, come on. And you know, I always remember.
Yeah.
I ran track 1 year of my life, and that was my freshman year in junior college.
Yeah.
And so as long as I ran track, and I just remember the coach. I remember like during practice, he go, "Come on, Brandon, come on, hey, you gotta have it, Brandon." And I always say that when I'm working out and it's tough. Yeah. I self-talk out loud. Yeah. I go, come on, T, you gotta have it, T. Yeah. We gotta have it, T. Yeah. And that's what gets me through.
I have people do that when I'm teaching them tactically. I have them talk out loud.
Yeah.
You know what I say to them?
What?
I say, man, imagine your parents every day said, you know, you ain't shit. You're nothing, right? So if they told you every day, that would impact you, right? I said, yeah. I said, but so that's from hearing that, right? I said, yeah. I said, but when you talk out loud, who else hears you? And they're like, well, you do. I'm like, yeah. When you talk out loud, you listen to yourself. That's one of the things that separates us from the primates, is that we have self-observation, self-reflection. Mm-hmm. So when you talk out loud, you're hearing yourself. You go, damn, why am I always fucking up? Imagine if your parents said that to you every day. Man, why are you always fucking up? It would fuck you up over time.
Yes.
But people don't realize they're doing that to themselves.
Yes.
Out loud. Yeah. And inside. So you got to control the outer dialogue and the inner dialogue. And sometimes you can double it up where you're saying it in your head and you can say it out loud so that your subconscious is hearing yourself. Let's go, homie. Let's get it together. You have to coach. When I say coach yourself, your coach has your best interest in mind for your progression to your success. Right?
Yes.
So you got to be your own coach, because a lot of times nobody's there with you.
Bruce Lee said, never self-deprecate, because your subconscious can't tell the difference. Nope. You know, and that's what gets me. Like I said, that's what gets me through. And the funny thing about it, when I'm riding my bike and it gets tough, I go, "Come on, quit being a bitch. Come on." And I swear, every time I say that, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the middle of Indiana on a country road, and there's always somebody around. Man, I go, "Come on, nigga, you got." And I look at it. I go, "Fuck." I go, how did they see? I mean, I'm talking country
at that
road.
moment, bro, right?
And I go, fuck. And every time, I'll self-talk like, come on, quit being a bitch, man. Quit being a fucking bitch, bro. Come on, come on, nigga, you being a bitch.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
and there'll be an old lady like, well,
wow.
I guess he is one. He called himself one.
All right, that whippersnapper was that's a young whippersnapper. He's quite confused. It's okay. I get called, the police. I get the police called on me every day in Plainfield.
For what?
Man, I might be talking on my earpiece, and they get a call. There's a deranged black man outside talking to himself, pacing back and forth. Bro, I'm on my earpiece, homie. They think I'm doing what you're doing. And you know, because black people talk animated.
Yeah.
And we talk with vigor and conviction.
Yes. Yeah.
But like we was joking about in class yesterday,
yeah,
they think we mad.
Yeah.
I'm just speaking with conviction. Yeah. You know what I say? I said, didn't nobody say Leonidas on 300 was angry when he said, "This is Sparta"? Black man say, "Hey, how you doing?" "What, man? Why you so angry, bro? What's your problem?" "Damn, homie," I said, "What's up?" "What you mean, what's up?" I said, "What's up?" "Bro, you didn't get mad about Leonidas?" "This is hot." Man, he speaks with conviction. "What's up, homie?" "Why you mad, bro? You angry?" I can't speak with conviction.
But they didn't have any Bluetooth though in Sparta though, so.
You're right though. So I be out there talking like that though, talking to the homie like I'm talking to you. See, like this. I'm like, "Hey, I was like this. Hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? That church dance right there like this. Hey, they be like, there's a deranged black man on Washington East 40 and Oh, it's Bigbee. What's up, Bigbee? Oh, man, what was that about? Then they finally told me, hey, bro, they be calling on you, homie. Quit talking on that Bluetooth. They think you deranged out there. Come on, bitch. You little bitch. What's wrong with you? Yeah. I get it.
Man, we got to go, Kenny.
Yes,
oh, my God.
Yes, sir.
My man.
Homie.
Dude, if I'm telling you, as always, if you don't feel him after he gets through talking, then something's wrong with you.
Hey, bro, it's an honor to be on your show.
No.
The vibe we got, dog.
No.
I'm loving it.
If this don't make you want to get up and go, you know what? I need to quit being a bitch and get this done.
Real talk.
Yeah, I mean that. Hey, sometimes that tough talk is what you need.
Sometimes you do have to negotiate with yourself like that.
You have to negotiate with yourself.
Sometimes you have to negotiate with yourself like David Goggins.
Shooter got to shoot. I got that from him. Shooter got to shoot. Hey, whenever like I respect the women now with the Me Too movement and all this stuff, and don't be doing. But hey, ladies, shooter got to shoot. Yeah, hey, you got to ask him out.
Woo! Yeah, you do.
You do. Yeah, you got to go. Hey, be respectful. Ask him out. If they say no, I got you.
No problem.
Thank you. Hey, good luck with your life.
Right.
But hey, shooter got to shoot.
Why? Yeah.
Hey, this is my man Kenny Bigbee. Tell them they can get in touch with you, Kenny.
Man, you can reach me at KennyBigBeeJr.com in the tactical world. Killer B Tactical. Man, come hang with us, man. We just like to get down, you know what I'm saying, and show up and show out.
I'm telling you, folks, if you're ever in Indianapolis, come to Plainfield, Indiana. We would love to work out with you. Seriously, Kenny will put you through the paces, and you will feel better afterwards. And as always, Kenny, great to see you, buddy.
Man,
God damn, I feel better already, man.
Hey,
I
bro,
mean,
see, we on it, boy. I'm hanging with my homie.
These Kenny Bigbee, I'm BT. Thanks so much for watching Tales from a Gemini. And like I say about this time, you know the word. Peace.